Hello there, welcome to Football Manager 2010. This is no ordinary 2010 playthrough. This is a Retro Legends playthrough. This is a team or a database I'm using that has a few thousand legends in it. Yeah, I picked Tottenham Hotspur in this one. I've started things off. Things haven't gone particularly well for me yet, because I've lost my first game against Derby County. But yeah, this Legends database is incredible. Basically, the amount of players that are in this is unbelievable. So I'll quickly go through a bit of them. This is Eric Torsford. He's a legend goalkeeper for Tottenham. Played for them during the 90s. Was with them when they won the FA Cup. He's got decent stats, so he's definitely a good goalkeeper. Ian Walker, who's out on loan to Warsaw at the moment, but he was the young player that came through the ranks after Torsford. He was the main keeper through the 90s, the dark 90s for Tottenham. Who else we got? Pat Jennings, the infamous Pat Jennings, who went from, I think it was Tottenham to Arsenal, or the other way around. I think it was Tottenham to Arsenal. Class goalkeeper this guy is. He's 27, but in this he's class. He's absolute class. He's the #1 goalkeeper for Spurs in this game I've been using. Pat Jennings. Bill Brown, I don't know a lot. I haven't got all the face packs, by the way. Bill Brown, I don't know nothing about him. He's Scottish, and he's 27 as well, but he's got decent stats. But yeah, I don't know an awful lot about Bill Brown, to be honest with you. This is Dave Mackay, one of the greatest players to play for Tottenham. Sweeper defender. He's versatile in that back. David Clough always praised him when he had him at Derby, but this guy is a Tottenham legend through and through. He's got stats that are unbelievable, like his bravery, he's got a great balance, strength, teamwork, work rate, tackling, ability, marking. The guy is incredible, world class player. Steve Perryman, another Spurs legend, obviously, because he's a Spurs legend. I don't know an awful lot about Steve Perryman. I used him as a right back in this, but I don't know if it was him. I think Steve Perryman was like the highest player to have the highest number of appearances for Spurs. I could be wrong though. I can't quite remember. He's 27 as well. Ron Henry. I don't know a lot about Ron Henry. I'm assuming he's a legend. Left back. I haven't used him yet, so he's only a left footer though. But it's something I'm playing. I'll give him a couple of games soon. I don't know a lot about him. Sol Campbell, 17-year-old in this, 17, back to his youth. Everyone knows who Sol Campbell is, if you're a football fan. Class defender. He's another one that went for Spurs to Arsenal, but he had a fair few seasons at Spurs as well, so that can't be forgotten. But yeah, class player. Defender. In this he's not quite up to standard yet, because he's only 17, but already he's got a high influence. So what the hell was that? And he's determined already, but he's quite slow, and his stamina's a bit slow as well. Sorry, I'm back. I had to check what that noise was. It's the kids. Where was we? We were Sol Campbell. Now on to Mike England. I don't know a lot about Mike England, Welsh player. He's got great stats, obviously, absolutely brilliant stats. Better than Campbell at the moment. He is 25. Work rate's great. His tackling, strength, and all that are up to speed for this kind of level. But Mike England's not anyone I know a lot about, so I can't talk about him. Gary Lineker is the captain of Spurs during the most of the 90s, up until 97, I think it was, when he retired. He had a massive he had an injury to his face when he collided with John Fashanu, I think it was. But yeah, he lifted the FA Cup in 91 when they beat Nottingham Forest. But he was also a player in the 80s. He's scored some great diving headers. He did. His jumping's good and his heading's good, hence his diving header ability. He's got high work rate and tackling's great. His strength lets him down a lot there, and he's not got a lot of stamina about him. I don't know if that was true to him. Natural fitness is low as well, but he's got decent balance and stuff like that in his first touch. But yeah, his physical attributes are already low, but he's only 21. They could rise with time. Maurice Norman. I don't know a lot about Maurice Norman, I'm afraid. Maurice Norman English defender, but he's got great stats. Apart from he's not very quick, which is true to a 6'2" defender. Got a good stamina. Tackling is brilliant. Marking's brilliant. Heading's brilliant. This guy's class. His work rate 20. So Maurice Norman has got to be a starter, but he's injured at the moment, so I can't use him. Did he get injured in the match, the last one? No, we haven't played him yet. I played him in pre-season, and that's it. Graham Roberts. I don't know a lot about Graham Roberts either. Another defensive defender, sorry. He's quite quick though for a defender. His fitness levels are letting him down a bit though, but he's got high work rate, team work rate, tackling 25. He's not as fit as I'd like though, I'm afraid. Never mind. Chris Houghton, the left back. He is slow for a left back. He's just your out and out defensive left wing. You know, he's not even a left wing back. He's just a defender that sticks out on that left. He doesn't really do anything other than defend on the left, probably, and probably cuts into the defence. That sort of supports his back four. But for going forward and crossing the ball, he's quite slow at doing that. So you have to take that into consideration when you've got him coming up against a right back that's faster than him. You know, he won't get away from anyone like that. That's Chris Houghton. Next is Cyril Knowles. Cyril Knowles, the defender, another wing, he's a wing back, and he's quick, so he's the guy to use for overlapping. He's quick, he's got a work rate that's beyond belief, he's got tackling, he can cross the ball. This guy's class in every sense, so he's a guy that I would be using to whip the ball in from the left if I was overlapping my defenders. Danny Blanchflower is a defensive midfielder and a midfielder in the centre. He can dribble quite well, and he's got decent tackling. He's like a box-to-box almost. I'd use this guy as a box-to-box, Blanchflower. Pace is pretty good. The stats are all high in there. That's why he's worth 16 million. Well, his estimated value is 16 million. I'd rate him high. I'd value him more than that, which is why if anyone bidded in from him, I would want a lot more than 16 million pounds for him. He's from Northern Ireland as well, so he probably drops straight into their national side. Ron Burgess, I don't know a lot about Ron Burgess. He's a defensive midfielder, and basically it's similar to Blanchflower there in terms of places he can play. He's only 18 in this, Welsh player. He's quite quickish. He's got very good stamina, and he's got great stats for an 18-year-old. Absolutely, and these can only increase. So he's someone you should definitely keep around or loan out at least in the first season. Osvaldo Ardides, everyone knows who that is in football, well, back in the 80s and stuff. This class Argentinian of the 80s and early 90s. I think he was like Swindon or something. For some reason, Swindon pops into my head with this guy. Anyway, dribbling is incredible. Technique, pace, creativity, all there. Free kick taking, you know, brilliant. So, world-class player, worth £18 million estimated. He's on 60k. Only 5'7" though, so he's small. Ricardo Villa, I had to send this guy absent back to Argentina. He got homesick, I'm afraid. I had to send him back, but 27. He's the guy that scored the goal in the FA Cup final, was it, against Coventry back in the 80s. He'd like single-handedly run through everywhere. So yeah, class player Ricardo Villa. He went through everyone and scored a goal. He's got good stats, technical stats and tackling. Again, I'd use him as a box-to-box. Ricardo Villa, Terry Medwin. I don't know nothing about Terry Medwin. The attacking midfielder, right hand side, right-footed. Pace is decent. Crossing is decent. 27. He ain't going to get any better than this, really, though. So his stats will start to slide at this level. So let's look on to the next one. John White. I don't know nothing about John White either, but he's versatile, and that's great. So he goes through left, right and centre of the pitch. Classic, good technique, dribbling skills. Jumping is a bit low, but he's only 5'10". 5'10" ain't too bad though. So yeah, off the ball's good as well. So he's a very attacking player. Cliff Jones. Now I don't know much about Cliff. Oh, he's got a picture. Cliff Jones, I don't know much about him. But I do believe he was a very, very good player back in whenever. Very quick, can dribble and cross, things like that. You know, just what I'd use him for, basically, dribbling and crossing. Yeah, Cliff Jones, great player, as I was taking. Terry Dyson, I don't know nothing about Terry Dyson. He's a left attacking midfielder, English player in this. His pace is good. His crossing, dribbling, finishing's pretty good. Composure, all great stats. Basically, I've got a wealth of players here to choose from. Tony Galvin, another left midfielder. This guy's crossing is maxed out, so this guy would throw in crosses all day long. Galvin there. I know who this guy is. Paul Gascoigne. Paul Gascoigne, greatest English midfielders I've ever seen. Great dribbling, technique, he's creative, he's got flares maxed out. Just class player he was until he went downhill. But he's uphill in this. He's back, 22 years of age. I'll be using him. Glenn Oddle, another class player. Back in the 80s and early 90s, this guy can just dictate the midfield. He's like a playmaker of the highest caliber. So, it's a toss-up between him and Gazzo. I could play both. Martin Chivers, I don't know a lot about Chivers. I know he was a prolific goal scorer though, and he's 23 years of age in this. He's got his finishing's brilliant, composure, anticipation. He's got good pace on him. So definitely a great choice for a striker. I've got 4 of them. Jimmy Greaves. Everyone knows who Greaves is. If you don't, where have you been? But Jimmy Greaves, man, one that I think it's England's all-time greatest goal scorer. Basically, Jimmy Greaves just used to font them in for fun. 20 is finishing 20, composure 19, anticipation 18. He can run with the ball. He's got technique about him. The guy can just bury goals, and he scored my goal. I lost, I think it was 3-1 to Derby. He got my consolation goal in that match, as you can see there, because he's had 1 appearance and 1 goal, and he got booked in that match as well. Next on the list, Gary Lineker, another one of England's greatest goal scorers. His finishing is 20, composure 19, anticipation 20. He's not like Jimmy Greaves, Gary Lineker. He's more of a fox in the box type player. He will just find space in the box and just tap it in. A lot of people used to criticise him being like boring goal hanger, but in reality he was trying to get in good positions so that he could make it look easy and just tap it in, But he did score some brilliant goals from outside the 6-yard area as well. But yeah, one of England's greatest ever goal scorers. He's 28 in this, and he's injured at the moment. He's out between 12 days, 2 weeks. Got back strain, but in pre-season he got 2 goals, which is pretty good, and he assisted 2 goals as well. That's Gary Lineker. And then last on the list, Bobby Smith. I don't know an awful lot about Bobby Smith. He's good pace on him. He can finish. He can dribble the ball. He's got a great first touch. He's got work rate, and he can even pass the ball. So he's got great stats for a 25-year-old player as well. This is going to be hard to just pick who to put on, really. So I'll show you what I put on in my last match. I went with, Perryman's injured, so I need to bring on. I haven't actually got. This is what I need to go shopping for right now. I need a right back, basically, because I haven't got a replacement one for Perryman, who's actually injured right now. So I've got to find one. I'll have to go in my reserves. But this is the formation I'm playing. I've got Jones and Medwin on the wings. Greaves is up front. Ardili's Gascoigne in midfield. McKay playing that all important defensive midfielder role, and then you've got Knowles, England, Mabbott, and of course Perryman on the right flank. Perryman's going to have to come out now. Oh, and in goal is Bill Brown. Why? I don't know. Pat Jennings is going to step up to the plate now. In the reserves, let's see if we've got a replacement. Phil Bill. Now he's another legend. Phil Bill, tackling 20. Wow, teamwork. He's not quick at all. Phil Bill. Oh, I forgot all about this guy. Determination 20, influence 20. Wow, this guy is incredible for a defender. He needs to get his arse in the main team now. In the senior squad. I forgot all about him. Got some other legends here. Right. Naeem from the halfway line. Naeem, 26 in this. Pretty decent stats, but he's not anyone I can really use right now that I'm thinking of using. I've got a couple of up-to-date players as well. Darren Anderton, another one. 22-year-old Darren Anderton, right winger. I'm not really going to use this guy either at the moment. I'm probably going to loan him out, but we all know Darren Anthony and Peter Crouch there as well, who is back to his 18-year-old self. I'm going to loan him out as well and see if he can develop into a decent player, even better than he is today. I mean, he's the greatest header of the ball. You've got to give him that jumping because of his height, 6'7". But let's get him out there playing football because he won't get much. Oh, he's on loan. Offer to clubs. Loan him out. You don't have to pay me his wages. Just take him on loan. Just give him games. Right. Same with Darren Anderton. Offer to clubs. Loan. Just take him. Give him games. Right. I'll leave it at that. So we've got a right back that I can use. We've got Callum Butcher here. He's too young. He's only 18. And he's crap. I've got Sam Cox. Again, he's crap. So I've got no one suitable as a replacement. Wow, I did have Adam Smith, but he's out on loan. Is he crap as well? He's the better of the three. Let's have a look in the under 18s. That means I've got to bring someone in. Oh, we've got Stephen Carr. Ryan Fred. Oh no, that's an up-to-date player. Harry Kane. For anyone wondering if he was in the game, he certainly is. So I've got Nathan, who's crap. Also got Stephen Carr. He's the only real. Now he can do a job, but he's 16 years of age. But he's going to have to come up. He's going to have to do it. I'm sorry to say, he's going to have to get in there and do me a job. Okay. Oh, he's ineligible. Oh, shite. What am I going to do? Right, times like these you learn to... Alright, so I haven't got any right back I can use, so we're going to have to stick a left back in there then to do it instead. It's going to have to be Ron Henry. I guess you can't play on the right. No. What about Phil Bill? No, Phil Bill is exclusively at the back. What about what I've got on there? England. Mabbott. That's Mike England. And Gary Mabbott. Gary Mabbott can play. He's competent. Well, problem solved. And then we'll bring on Phil Bill, the Perryman. Oh, brilliant. Right, let's get into the game then. Yeah, so we're playing against Blackburn Rovers. You wait until you see their team. Captain is Osvaldo Ardiles. Chris Sutton, Lars Bohemian, Jason Wilcox, Tim Sherwood, Tugay, 29, Brian Douglas. I don't know a lot about Brian Douglas. I know Chris Sutton is. Very good player. He teamed up with Alan Shearer back in the day when he was at Blackburn. Tim Sherwood, football fans now will know who this guy is because he's been a Premier League manager, but he was a decent footballer back in the day. Graham Lasso, Colin Hendry, Hannenberg, and who's this? Stefan Henshaws. He's probably no. Anyway, and in goal, Tim Flowers. A very good goalkeeper back in the day. So yeah, we got Blackburn. They're playing 4-4-1-1 formation, so they're going to boss that midfield. But hopefully we'll keep the ball and they won't be able to get it from us. I'm going to ask the assistant to do all that. I'm going to ask the assistant to do that. And here we go. Let's do a couple of touch lines. I'm going to retain possession. Pass it into space. Exploiting the middle there. Look for an overlap, absolutely, because they're going to cross the ball as well and hassle the opponents. Oh, and work the ball into the box because I don't want too many people shooting from the halfway line like Naeem does. Come on then, Spurs. You need to net me my first win of the season because I lost against Derby 3-1. How did that happen? I don't know, but hopefully it won't happen in this. I've got these boxes as well, just to have a quick look at from time to time. So, corner, Medwin to take. Bill, goal! Phil Bill, first game of the season. I've just put him in out of the reserves. He's come in and knocked it in. Good one, son. Phil Bill. Phil Bill. And it's Phil Bill for Tottenham. Yeah, he's cracking header, the boy is. Smash, goal, 1-0 Spurs. Come on, let's get some more. Let's bury this game. Don't let him back in it. 21 minutes in. Uh-oh. Blackburn having a lot of possession there down the bottom screen. Pat Jennings, Brian Douglas catches Cyril Noel. That's good. Book him. Oh, he didn't book him. Not a lot else going on. Not a lot going on. Oh, Dealey's is going to get booked. Oh, Dealey's got booked. Bad. Okay, we're back in business. God, what a boring first half. Is it a drab match? Yeah, it is. Okay, so it's a drab match. Morale's a bit low on a couple of players here. Gaz has got low morale there. And low condition. Greaves has got low morale. Why? I'm going to encourage him. So we can go out there and get another one. And away you go. Oh God, I've got an injury. Okay, Sherwood's gone off for them, but I think I've got to take England off. Yeah, I have. Okay, Roberts, up you come. Get in there. Oh, here we go. Hannenberg then. Hannenberg down that right flank. Knowles, Cyril Knowles heads it dangerously into our 6-yard area there. Gascoigne, what are you doing? Uh-oh. Oh, Jones is going to pick it up. Yep. That's it. Greaves is making the run. He's using his pace to get in front of it. Greaves taking it out to the left flank though. He's looking for options. He's got one. There's Cyril Knowles. He's going to put in a big cross. Gascoigne. Goal! Gascoigne! Paul Gascoigne. Love it. Great build-up play. Love the way Greaves held the ball up just for a quick cross to come in. Gazza gets on the end of it. Happy days. So Greaves holds the ball up, passes it short to Knowles, crosses it in. Gascoigne, head, goal. 2-0 Tottenham. I'm glad about this. Great stuff. Yeah, go on then. Sorry about that. Just to sort kids out. Okay, so 2-0 up. Colin injury. Jason Wilcox, if anyone remembers him. Phil Bill, who not very quick, but Chris Sutton. Oh, he just knocks it wide of the post. Okay. Looks like he's going to need to. That's good. Right, should we have a look about getting someone else on? I might have to take off Gascoigne now. Gascoigne, I know he got me the goal, but he's not. He's running out of steam here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have him as an advanced playmaker. Glenn Hoddle's coming on. Come on, Hoddle. Gary Lineker. Oh, I thought he was getting booked. He's not. Okay. We're entering the last 10 minutes now. I'm going to bring someone else on. I'm going to give this. No. What's Greaves doing? He's 68. I'll tell you what, I'm going to give. But we're 2-0 up. So I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll try and hold on to the game by Just making this guy box to box. Danny Blanchflower. Yeah. It's just to hold on to the lead. We don't need to score any more goals. We just want to hold on to this lead. Greaves tackles. He's still got the ball. He has. Good ball to Blanchflower. Searches out. I think he was looking for that. The run of Medwin. I couldn't remember his name. Throw in. Gary Lineker picks it up. Pass it short to Glenn Hoddle. Hoddle now. Going all the way to that byline. Crosses it in. Oh, I thought Greaves wouldn't get on the end of it. McKay beats it to Blanchflower. He picks it back up. Lars Bohemian trying to get the ball off of him then. That's Jeff Kenner clearing it. Phil Bill heads it nicely, not, to Chris Sutton. Chris Sutton now who can burn past Phil Bill, but he's surrounded by 3 Tottenham players, and Gallagher pokes one in. That's not good. Shit. Oh. I'm trying to hold on to this lead. I know it's the 90th minute, but people have scored against me in the 90th plus minutes, so I'm not convinced this is over yet. It was a good header though. I mean, really, Jennings should have had that though. Should have caught it with one hand. I mean, that's what he's famous for. Bohemian. I hope they book him. They did. That's the end of the match. Phil Bill. Oh, we got the victory. Great. 3 points. Good stuff. Delighted with the win. And anyone? Oh no, yeah, I forgot. I thought I'd got away with no injuries. I haven't. There's an injury there, isn't there? Mike England's injured. But yeah, that's 3 points. That's good stuff. Much better showing than the Derby game that we played. We were dire in that game. Absolutely dire. I think the only shot we had on goal was the goal that Greaves scored. It was that poor, basically. Okay, so I'll just show you some of the other results because they're all legends featured in this. So you got Liverpool beating Chelsea 2-0, Phil Neal scoring, and Steve Highway. I don't know nothing about Steve Highway, but he looks decent. You can actually look at the teams. So they have players like John Aldridge here, John Barnes. Should be number 10. Bruce Grobbelaar, Kevin Keegan, Ian Rush there. Who else they got? Alan Hansen, Ray Clements, Mark Lawrenson, and then Chelsea having the likes of Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank, Ed De Hoy, Kerry Dixon, Zola, Di Matteo, John Terry there, Eddie McCready, Charlie Cook, Pat Nevin. A lot of players I've never seen in action. Man United beat Leeds 2-1 there. Roy Keane scoring a goal and Steve Bruce scoring a penalty. Peter Lorimer for Leeds scoring the only consolation goal after Man United had gone 2-0 up. There you have it. You've got Andy Cole, Paul Ince, Phil Neville, George Best, of course. Look at that stats of George Best. 20 technique, 20 dribbling, pace 18. I mean, he was one of the greatest players that have ever kicked a football. Peter Schmeichel in goal, Gary Neville, Dennis Irwin, Pallister Bruce, Giggs, Beckham's there, Cantona, here he is, old Eric Cantona. Sylvester's back in there, Harry Kewell for Leeds. You got Trevor Cherry, whoever that is, Gary McAllister, James Milner's in there, back to sir. So yeah, all these legends. You got Derby County, who've also won another game. They beat me, now they've beaten Man City there. So look at the stats on this one then. So Man City, Eric Brook, got Keith Curl. Who's that? Billy Medriff, Welsh player. Look at those stats on that. And on this side, I don't know an awful lot about the Derby. Palo Wanchop I know a bit about. Mark Poom I know about. But Archie Gemmell I know a bit about as well. He was a great player, I think. He's a defensive midfielder. Classic. Yeah, so Chris Riggett, I know who that is as well. 17-year-old Chris Riggett. So you got Derby winning again. They might be top of the league, or they're close to it. I can say that, or they're third. Newcastle drawing 3-0 Forest. What a game that was! Shearer scored, Peter Beardsley, Rob Lee, Tony Woodcock getting all 3 goals for Nottingham Forest. Let's have a look at the stats on that one. You got 2 Cloughs, as in Brian, who's a player manager at Forest, and you got Nigel Clough, his son, and then you got Trevor Francis, Viv Anderson, Stuart, Psycho, Pierce. There's Newcastle, you got Davizaz, Bernard, Ginola, Albert, Robert, Beardsley, Shearer, Cernacek, Les Ferdinand, Stan Collymore on the bench there for Forest. What else we got? We got Sunderland 1-1 with Ipswich, Kevin Beattie, Bobby Gurney. I don't know who they are really. Don't know any of these, but Alan Brazil I know that is. Alan Brazil. Anyone else? Anyone else? Anyone else? No, I can't really. And then my game, and then the last game we played today was Stoke versus Wolves versus Stoke, and Wolves coming out 2-0 winners. Steve Ball, the obvious one I know there. Anyone else? No. And on the Stoke side, Stanley Matthews being the most famous player, and Gordon Banks not far behind him. But yeah, they disappointingly came out 2-0 losers on the day. So I'll show you the Barclays Premier League now. Liverpool top of the league, Man United following, not far behind. Just 1 goal, 3+ in goal difference there. Derby County, Newcastle, Ipswich, Arsenal. I am 10th in the league. That's 2 games, 1 win, 1 loss. And Leeds are at the bottom of the pile there, which is very surprising. So there you have it. There's the first edition of the Legends series that I'm going to be doing with this, and I'm going to come back for the Liverpool. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play the Stoke in a Gillingham game, and then I'm going to bring you back here for this Liverpool and maybe the Chelsea one as well. But we're going to watch we're definitely going to clash with the Liverpool Legends of the day. See how that comes out. I'll probably get my ass kicked, but you never know. Anyway, thank you for watching. Bye.
Great marksman. I wonder how they came up with that idea. Crush Brothers. I chose 2 different teams when I played, and the computer always seems to pick mad soldiers. So you pick your team and they walk down to the ring.
Goal! Gascoigne!